Welcome back to another episode of the Dilks Musk
Oh, you just stole my entrance?
episodes. You go with your entrance then.
No, you got it. Yeah. Number 6. Number 7.
Number 7.
Moving on up.
Not quite number 12, like our unofficial sponsor.
Proper number 12.
So yeah, episode 7. We've gotten a good response so far from people. They seem to be liking what we're talking about. I mean, it's been random. You know what I mean? If you were to go back to Disney right now and had any money, where would you be staying?
Animal Kingdom. I thought that was the shit there.
That was a really cool one, especially because you're like it's sat on the safari.
You know how much those are now?
How much?
For a week. Take a gander.
$3,000.
$12,000.
Holy shit. That is
for those safari those safari like balcony things like we had, it's like $800 a night.
We went there when it was brand new. I think it had like just opened.
Yeah, literally, I think it. Yeah. Well, they've upped their things now. I think they have like parrots that land on your balcony.
Just some trained parrots.
They do.
And they train them to land on balconies?
They train them to land on people, balconies, all the above.
I'm no pirate. I don't need a parrot landing on my shoulder ring.
You don't want that?
It's not on my list of things to do.
Really?
Yeah. See, I was gonna go with. Oh man, what's the name?
Grand Floridian?
No, the one that's right. It's on the boardwalk.
Grand Floridian.
Where the Cape May Cafe is that you threw up everywhere.
Really? That was.
You threw up in every restaurant. Everywhere we went.
There was one restaurant where I ran into the kitchen.
Is that 50's Prime Time?
No, that was the big one right in Magic Kingdom. Remember with the fountain? I started throwing up in the fountain. And you know how many free T-shirts and free shit I got for throwing up everywhere?
He wasn't sick. He wasn't sick.
Over 8.
Every single time.
Well, I was on vacation. I was getting my money's worth.
Your money's worth.
Mom and Dad's.
Free buffet. This is where I win my money back.
This is where I win my money back. There was no buffets, which I get it. I get why they don't do buffets down there.
Yes, there were.
There's like food court buffets where they have chicken fingers and pizza.
That's not a buffet.
What is it?
They had buffets like where you served yourself.
Not anymore.
Not anymore? When was the last time you were there?
I read things.
Oh.
I read.
Is that what it is?
Call me a novelist.
If I had the energy to the preview wrong, I would. All I'd have to do is call Mom. And
what does Mom know?
What? Let's find out what Mom knows.
You're calling Mom on the air?
I'm doing it on the line.
Oh, I hear it. It's ringing. Let's get Mom involved. She won't answer.
Hey.
Tell her she's on the podcast.
Mom, you're on the podcast right now because Chris claims that there's no buffets in Disney World.
What?
Chris is trying to say that there's no buffets in Disney World restaurants.
Yeah, we should go to Cape. We went to Cape May Cafe.
Cape May Cafe is the one I just mentioned too.
And then we went to Chef Mickey's.
Chef Mickey's had a buffet.
Chef Mickey's did have a buffet.
Oh, what else has buffet?
She's Googling it.
I'm trying to think. I know we had some sit-down ones that like family-oriented ones.
Yeah,
where they brought a bunch of food to the table, and you were like,
more.
But yeah, I'm sure there's more too. But Chris had.
I forgot about Mickey's Cafe. I did. Chef Mickey's.
Chris claimed that there was
Mom,
no
is
buffets.
Chef Mickey's on the the bus
Oh,
thing.
Crystal Palace was buffet with Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. That was a breakfast one. That doesn't count.
That counts as a buffet still.
What does?
Chris said it didn't count because it was breakfast. Chef Mickey's was breakfast too.
No, Chef Mickey's was
Chef
always
Mickey's was
dinner.
and breakfast.
It was dinner and breakfast.
Ask her if that was the tram ride.
Was that the
one.
tram ride one?
No, Chef Mickey's is at the Oh my word! Oh my God! Or Contemporary.
Contemporary?
Yeah.
It's been that long since Mom's been there that she's forgetting the names of the Disney World stuff. All right, but thanks for proving my point. I appreciate it. Love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Love you.
I already hung up on her.
Oh, she heard me.
She didn't.
So
where do you want to? How or when do you want to apologize?
I apologize. That was my apology. Where Mom and Dad would stay is the Grand Floridian.
Oh yeah, they've always talked about staying
Top
there.
notch. I wonder how much that is. That's got to be a 20-piece chicken. Gotta be.
Oh yeah.
Gotta be a 20-piece chicken.
I mean, it's that most expensive one, is it not?
The highest one. They got.
What about that one year? Where was it the one year when we were on the golf course?
No, that was one of Dad's workers. Remember, he had the timeshare there.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. No.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the timeshare down in Florida, outside of Tallahassee. This one.
That was the same thing.
Not the same one.
No, it wasn't a timeshare, but it was like one of the Dad's workers' like family house.
Oh, I think, okay. I thought they was part of Disney.
No, we were outside, but we were in Orlando.
Old Key West.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That place.
Yeah, it was like a big
I forgot about the Tallahassee thing.
Yeah, that's when we went down to that timeshare.
Yeah,
and that was probably an hour south of Tallahassee.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's crazy.
In Gulf of Mexico.
A lot of sharks.
Yeah, I wrestled a few of them.
When we were in Bahamas, it was fantastic. We were in the water and there were sand sharks swimming all around us, and one scratched my leg. For the rest of the trip, I called myself a shark attack survivor.
It's like Vince Vaughn in Couples Retreat.
Yes.
The fin touches him.
Did I was like to Courtney and her family, it's okay, guys. I survived. Don't worry. They were getting so mad. I'm like, and I'll get up and like stretch it out, like, oh, sorry, the blood's rushing to it.
Almost lost my leg.
Dude, it was the most visible scratch. It was perfect. No harm, no foul, but shark attack survivor.
I'll make sure to write that down.
It's a short and few list. What?
Do you think more survive or die a shark attack?
Jesus. Survive?
I don't know. I'm asking you. What do you think? I mean, if there's 100 people like you, then that means
like scratches. Are we talking like
survivors? Yeah. And it was a sand shark. It wouldn't have done anything.
They get aggressive.
Yeah, if you punch it in the face.
I did see the sand shark take down like a fish like 5 minutes later.
Oh, it's the same one. Did you put like one of those tracking devices on it when it was up against you?
Clipped it to the old fin.
Clipped it to the fin. This way you could watch it, make sure to keep an eye on it.
I caught it first. Clipped it.
You caught the sand shark.
Sent it free.
And then it scratched you on its way out. You got to be pretty brave.
Pretty brave to stay in that water. I know.
I had a cat on my deck earlier.
That sounded weird.
Okay, we live in a town that's overrun by stray cats.
Don't you have 2 stray cats in your house?
They're not stray cats.
Were your cats once stray?
They were.
And they're stray cats. Once a stray cat, always a stray cat.
Well, they're very skittish. They're non-trusting. Like, it's been 2 years and they still barely will get close to me. But the cat today, literally, I was outside having
He
a
looks
cigarette.
skinny.
You saw the pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I left, Mikey said it's probably not a good idea, but I left
You left food out. JD.
left a little something out there.
JD.
Hey,
That third cat's going to be living in your house within a week and a half.
at least I'll have a cat that loves me then.
Oh my God. Scuba and Diver know about this little confession right here?
They are very well aware of the way they treat me. They come to me if they want food.
Don't they love Mikey though?
Yeah. Yeah, they can pet her. Or
What about Dominic?
Diver lets Dominic kind of pet him sometimes, but he won't let me pet him. And Scuba barely. Usually I'll have to get. I bought one of those hand scratchers that look like a metal hand.
Yeah.
For like $2 at CVS, and it extends.
The bear claw thing.
And it extends.
Yeah.
And then I scratch them. Like they'll get close enough for me to lean over and scratch them with that.
I've seen that.
But that's about as close as they get to me.
Where would you stay in Disney?
Probably All-Star.
All-Star? There's actually nothing wrong with All-Star. I like All-Star.
I was a big fan of All-Star. I've stayed at All-Star a lot, and big fan. No, I would want to stay at the place that's right by. It's on a boardwalk. Because then you could walk to Epcot.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. We took the ferry there.
No, it's the one with that big giant slide that like went over top of the boardwalk. I think it's the Contemporary.
Have we ever stayed there?
No.
Expensioso?
No. Yeah, it was. It's
especially not as expensive as a
family of 5. Yeah, but we were a family of 5. So I don't even think we had more than one room on that trip.
Are we going to Disney next year?
That's what's been talked about.
I thought Ireland.
No, you said Ireland, and then all of us told you no, we're not going to do Ireland.
You know why?
Because we don't want to bring a bunch of small children. Oh, you're just.
I want to visit the distillery of Proper Number 12.
Is there a distillery that does?
Yeah.
That you can like take.
It's distilled in Ireland. Yeah.
You sure about that in 5 minutes?
Absolutely, I'm sure about that 5 minutes.
I don't know. You know what I watched the other day? Casino.
Great movie.
Great movie, great soundtrack, horrible ending. Not horrible, but I mean...
It was a dumb ending.
I mean, it's a true story.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Casino's not a true story.
It's based on true events.
No.
Yeah, it is. Google it. Google me, bitch.
I don't need to.
Casino is a true story. It's based on how the mafia used to run the casinos back in the 60s and 70s.
So, I thought of a better, music montage.
Besides Rocky?
Yeah. Ready? You ready? The end of Goodfellas. When they're finding all like the body, like the frozen body, when that song's going off from Pink Floyd or from Layla.
Yeah, it was
It's Layla.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's the end of Layla.
Yeah, while when they're finding the meat locker and they're finding all bodies.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
Do you know it's actually a true story?
Yeah, the guy who actually the guy that's based on Ray Liotta played was a real person. He actually died June 12th, 2012. It's the same day John died. That's how I know that it coincides. But he was I've watched the DVD commentary from his point of view, and he said a lot of things are out of order but it's mostly true. Like he woke up with the gun in his face is true.
Oh my god, I'm blanking. This whole time when you were talking, I wasn't listening. I was trying to think of a movie. Being honest, it's
Well,
it's
you
a
know
mafia movie.
when he wakes up and the gun is in his face.
I do.
That's true. That was true. That really happened to him. You think of Donnie Brasco?
No,
That's another good one. You thinking about Mafia?
no, I'm thinking about Chaz. Chaz, what's his name?
Oh,
Oh my god.
Chaz Palminteri.
Yeah, what's the movie that was
A
based
Bronx
after
Tale. A Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale?
Robert De Niro directed that.
Robert De Niro was the bus driver in that.
Yeah, but he also directed it.
Bobby D.
Bobby D. Yep. Yeah, that's A Bronx Tale is a true story.
Could there be any mafia movie back then without Bobby D?
Yeah, there was.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Godfather.
No, well, Godfather is really good. Oh my god, with Lucky Luciano.
Mafia. Mobsters.
Mobsters. With and
With
what
McDreamy, Patrick, the guy
Dempsey.
from Grey's Anatomy, Patrick Dempsey.
Why'd you go right to McDreamy?
Because it's the first thing I thought of with his name. I couldn't think of his name right away, so I knew his name was McDreamy.
Yeah,
Grey's
he
Anatomy.
was.
He played Lucky Luciano.
No, he didn't.
Oh no,
Christian Slater.
Christian
played
Slater played Lucky. He played
Oh my god, I know, JD. Begins with an L. Last name L.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Meyer Lansky.
Meyer Lansky told you with an L.
He is, he's the richest mafia person in history of mafia, and he was never even in the mafia.
I know, because he was smart with his money.
And he was smart with their money. And they paid him to be smart with their money. Like he was.
Sounds like a smart person.
In Godfather 2, they go down to Cuba and talk to the old Jew, and that's him.
Who would you say is a more impactful mafia character? Al Pacino, Bobby D. Go. I'm going Bobby D. I'm going Robert De Niro.
It's going Robert De Niro just because he's done more.
We got all the Godfathers. Al Pacino.
Yeah.
We got Donnie Brass.
That's true. Those are some 4 good ones.
4 good ones right there. Right off the jump. Plus, he did that one movie where he's a lawyer where he's blind. It was a little mafia.
That wasn't mafia.
We got 4 good ones.
He wasn't a lawyer either.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, Robert De Niro was once a priest.
Okay, he was. Sleepers.
That's a great movie.
So
that's a true story also.
I know that's a true story. So we got The Godfathers, Donnie Brasco, 4. Casino.
Godfather 3 kind of sucked though.
I know, but it's still impactful. People still like it.
Yeah.
4. Casino. This is Robert De Niro. Casino. Goodfellas.
A Bronx Tale.
He wasn't. Oh yeah, Bronx Tale.
Mean Streets.
He was in the Mean Streets.
He was the main character in Mean Streets in 1973.
Okay, 4 and 4.
Nope. Godfather 2 of Bobby D.
Bobby D's in that.
Robert De Niro is the main character in Godfather 2. Godfather 2 takes place in 2 different time periods. It takes place in the 1920s and the 1970s. And whenever they flash back to the 1920s, it's Robert De Niro playing a young Don Corleone.
JD.
You can tell the audience. I already know.
JD.
Bobby De Niro is Al Pacino's dad.
Yeah, and Al Pacino is also in Untouchables.
Okay, so we're 5 and 5.
Okay, and he's also in Scarface. Would you consider it?
I thought you meant Italian, like mafia movies. I don't consider that to be a mafia movie. I consider that to be a criminal movie about crime. But I don't consider Scarface to be a mafia because he wasn't in the mafia.
Oh, Jimmy, no, Carlito's Way.
Okay, yeah. I still think Robert De Niro.
Oh, Heat.
He's not a mafia movie, and he plays a cop.
Stand Up Guys.
Okay, now you're just like searching up the. I still think Robert De Niro had a more impactful.
Are you going to throw Joe Pesci in there?
No. Oh, Robert De Niro was also just in
Irishman.
Irishman.
Yeah, so was Al Pacino.
He was?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way, I just think Robert De Niro has more of an impact. Mafia movies. Let's see. Mean Streets came out right around Good Godfather. And Mean Streets was a Martin Scorsese movie. It was his first big movie.
No.
Yes, it was. Mean Street. He did Mean Streets in '73, and then he did Taxi Driver in '76.
Oh.
Taxi Driver is not a mafia movie, but it's a great crime movie.
I don't like that movie.
Why?
I don't like Robert De Niro in that.
Well, he's supposed to be unlikable. It was the
Are
It
you
was
talking
the 70s.
to me? Are you?
I don't think you're doing that right at all. I think you need to
I
watch it.
I don't see if there's anyone else here.
Is that a straight up great impression? That's you're gonna get an award. What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Hey, take another sip of your proper number 12.
Proper number 12. Drink responsibly.
As I'm drinking on my Monster.
What's healthier? Monster or proper number 12?
Well, it is 0 sugar.
Gee. This is all natch.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
But does it have 400% B12? I think not.
No.
490%. I'm sorry, that 9 looks like a
What
0.
is healthier for you?
I mean, tequila is healthy.
So is whiskey. People used to drink it as a medicine. They're not pumping Monster into their stomach.
Well, they're not pumping liquor into their stomach anymore either.
They used to.
Sir.
Whiskey used to be a medicine, sir.
Yeah, I know it was a medicine, but they didn't like. It was more of a way.
So was Coca-Cola.
What?
Coca-Cola was once a medicine.
I don't know about that fact.
Yeah.
You read that on Snapple?
No, I read that on American Pickers.
Well, that's got to be true then, because American Pickers knows their shit.
They do know their shit.
I just saw an article. They were nearby where I live recently.
Bloomsburg?
Yeah, they were nearby. They were in Central PA at a stop.
What's that pizza place we went to there that has those prime rib things? Prime rib rolls. They look like cinnamon rolls, but they have prime rib in them.
I don't remember going to that pizza place.
Yeah, you do.
Tell me what I know.
Well, it was there.
The only pizza place I order from locally is That's Amore. I will say this, though. I think Donnie Brasco is one of Pacino's best roles that he did in the Mafia movie. Including The Godfathers and including Scarface, if you want to include Scarface. I think Donnie Brasco was better than a lot of them.
He played a great part in Donnie Brasco.
And that's also a true story.
I knew that was a true story. Who was his wife in that? The blonde-haired chick.
I have no idea. It must not have been someone famous.
It was. I forget.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about...
Oh, it was the girl who didn't she
died.
just pass away?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
In that car accident, right?
Anne Hesh.
Yeah, she just died in that car accident.
I don't know if it was a car accident. I thought it was something else.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well,
Either way, she passed away. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Anne Hesh, R.I.P. played. I thought you meant Pacino's wife,
no.
but no, she played Johnny Depp's wife,
Yeah, yeah.
and she was great in that. The whole entire. That's what I mean. That entire cast is great. Like that movie is so good from beginning to end. Did I catch in the corner? I saw an M and an I. And are you cheating on Bud Light with Miller?
No.
Let me see.
Let's just show you shit.
Yeah, I know what that means.
I just found these in my refrigerator.
Oh, so yeah, they just happen to be in the fridge, but figured just drink them up.
Happened upon them, just like Bob.
What is your favorite mafia movie? If you could only watch one mafia movie forever,
Flubber.
I don't know if I would qualify Flubber.
Really?
Something about it.
It's impactful.
It doesn't scream mafioso.
Flubber didn't give a shit. Let's see.
And why? Why are you picking the movie that you're picking?
I would say.
For me, it's Goodfellas, without a doubt.
I would say. See, I really like.
For me, it's Goodfellas, especially the first half hour.
I really like Untouchables a lot.
That was good.
I also like.
Wait, De Niro was in Untouchables too. He played Al Capone.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was one of the main guys. But
You didn't mention that earlier. You tried saying Pacino was in it.
I also love Mobsters.
Mobsters is a great movie. I wish it was on a format that I could actually watch it, because I would watch it again.
No, I like Goodfellas and all that, but no, Untouchables is cool because I like that old style, like
1920s.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did you watch Boardwalk Empire?
I did, yeah.
I didn't watch the last 2 seasons, so no spoilers.
Want me to tell you?
I still need to finish. Yeah, like you told Dad all the Sons of Anarchy.
Dad, oh my God. Dad's going to watch this and be mad at me for telling you this. But in season 4, I was talking to him on the phone. He's like, I'm done watching this.
I know, he said that to me too.
He didn't want to watch it anymore.
Now he's almost done season 5.
I know, he's just doing it just to get through.
Yeah. But the storylines are good. He just saw the new cop show up, Donald Logue. So the storylines are still there. You might have told him all the endings, but it's like watching a movie that you've seen before. You can still watch the movie even though you know it's going to happen at the end.
Like Benchwarmers or something.
Yeah, exactly like Benchwarmers. The Sons of Anarchy, and then it's Benchwarmers right underneath.
Just right underneath. It's just hanging out right there.
Did you watch The Sopranos?
Yeah, I watched all of them. I watched it. Remember we rewatched it in Mannheim, and every time we watched it, we made spaghetti and meatballs?
Yeah. No, I remember.
We would watch like a whole season in like a night, and then at like 4 o'clock in the morning, here I am whipping up spaghetti and frozen meatballs in the other room.
There was one time when we all jumped in the car and went to a diner just to eat something because it was like 11 o'clock at night, and we drove like 40 minutes to Lancaster.
Yeah.
To find a 24-hour diner so we could eat something because Sopranos got us all hungry.
Do you remember when Dad lost the biggest bet ever to us, to you and I?
Oh yeah, that was
the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, so it was. I was young enough so that Peyton Manning
was on the Colts.
Yeah.
Judy, you were like 12. I was probably like 9.
No.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning wasn't playing when I was 12, was he?
Yeah.
98? No. This was like, I was like maybe 14 or 13.
Jay, you were probably like 15, and I was probably like 12. When was the biggest comeback? When was it?
Peyton.
Down by 3 touchdowns. 4 minutes left.
2003. So I was 17.
And I was 14.
You were 14. So we were still like, we weren't kids.
But we were able to.
Yeah, we had school the next day.
It was a Sunday night.
It was a Monday night.
Was it a Monday night football game?
Yeah, so we had school the next day, but Dad bet us.
At with 4 minutes left, they were down by 21.
Yeah. Yep, and then Dad said, "There's no way that he's coming back now," and we said, "Yes, he will. Watch."
And he bet the diner.
He said, "Fine. If they come back and win, then I'll take you guys to the diner when the game's over."
Yeah, and it was 2 onside kicks in a row. That they.
Yeah, those were the days. That's what I mean. It was Peyton Manning didn't really become big in the league until I was in high school.
Remember, he went upstairs and he said to Mom, "Well, I'm going to the diner," and Mom was all confused and like what the hell? It was 12 o'clock, and here we are on a school night sitting in the diner.
Like pimps getting whatever we
Cheeseburgers.
Wanted. Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger deluxe all day there, Jitty.
Cheeseburger Eddie. Who's Cheeseburger Eddie?
This guy from a Mean Machine. Oh my God, why do I always forget that movie? Longest Yard.
All right, you got it.
Teddy Cruz.
What?
Teddy Cruz, isn't his name?
Who's Ted Cruz? The governor, or the guy that's...
What's his name?
Who?
The Cheeseburger Eddie guy.
Oh, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Terry.
R.R.
R.R.Y. Yeah, he's... And how good is he on Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Fantastic. Courtney and I were watching it together, and then I just went way ahead of her and just left her in the dust. It was like a thing where we're like, oh, let's put it on. And we watched 3 or 4 episodes, and then she would go to bed, and I would watch 4 or 5 more episodes.
She get upset?
Yeah. Wasn't happy with that.
She stopped watching it altogether?
Yep. And I finished off the whole entire show.
I still didn't see the last 3 seasons of that either.
They're funny. They're not as funny as the first 4 seasons.
Yeah, that show was great.
It was. It was a really good show.
I loved, what's his name? Give it all you got. Give it all you got.
He's got an Italian last name.
And I'm blanking on it.
He does have an Italian last name, though.
Oh, my God. And he's in Superbad.
He is.
He's great in Superbad. Let's see.
Are you Googling it?
Yeah, because it's bothering me. All right, show me everything
you got.
Joe the Trulio.
He's funny.
Every time I see him in anything, I know that I'm going to laugh. Check out this piece of hardware.
What the frick is that?
It's because I've been waking up dizzy and slurring my words.
Why?
I don't know. That's why that's there, to check on my heart. And
the old ticker?
They're not sure.
Is that a monitor?
I have to wear it for 2 weeks. And
is that a heart monitor?
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is actually, because they're checking my sleep apnea. They're checking a bunch of things.
Are you stopping breathing in the middle of the night?
No, I'm not. I told them that over and over. They're like, you look like somebody that would have sleep apnea. I'm like,
Jesus.
Look down at my stomach. But I'm adamant with them, I don't have sleep apnea. My wife told me I barely wake up in my sleep. I don't do that anymore. I said, I know I had sleep apnea when I was addicted to Xanax.
You were. It got scary for a little while.
Because people would hear me stop breathing in the middle of the night from one room to another.
I would.
But I don't have sleep apnea. So if you could only watch one TV show, not cartoon, TV show, and only watch that for the rest of your life, which TV show you going with?
Um,
It could be a sitcom or it can be
Office.
a drama.
Office.
The Office.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't like the last season. You would just skip it every time. You would skip.
I would just start at season 2 and it's season 6.
Season 7 is one where Michael leaves.
I know. I don't like that one.
Season 7 has like the mafia episode in it.
I know, but it's still a sad season because you
The
know what's gonna
Gabagool.
happen. Gabagool. What would you go with? Friends. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Friends isn't even that good of a show.
It is. I'd probably go with Parks and Rec.
I didn't even think of that.
I'd probably go Parks and Rec, and it's close.
Who's your favorite character?
Andy.
I'm going Ron.
It's Andy, without a doubt. You know how many usernames that I've had that are Burt Macklin? Like when I used to play Words.
Yeah, he's funny. But he ain't no Ron Swanson.
When they're two different people. I love when they're getting it
the same.
I love when he's his assistant.
Oh my God, Jay, he's
and
like
he goes,
this.
Sorry, I just hung up on him. He goes,
No, Jay, my favorite Andy and Ron scene, he's like this. There's a burrito. It's meat on top of meat on top of meat. And he's like this. You have me on that. What did he say? What did Ron say?
Something like, you had me at meat stick or something like that.
Yeah.
I love when they're having a catch in the parking lot and Ron runs into a car and sets off the alarm and he goes,
yeah. One of my favorite Ron Swanson line is
But I hated Andy season 1.
Yeah, he was the worst.
He was just a mooch.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
My favorite is when Ron Swanson's going through Home Depot and he's like this. Can I help you, sir? I know more than you'll ever know.
I love in season 2 when the code and inspector shows up at his
oh my God. And they're going through his shop.
And he sawed the book in half.
That was funny.
What is that? A circular saw?
JD, no.
Yes, it was. When he had the Code of Enforcement's book that was like this thing.
A circular saw is handheld. That's a table saw, sir.
Same difference, both saws.
2 different saws.
All right, what about drama?
Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods, that's good. That's a good choice.
I know, that's why I chose it.
See, now, do you consider Psych? I don't consider Psych a sitcom.
No. Oh, no, Jay. No. I cancel Blue Blood. Criminal Minds.
Okay.
Wait, is Criminal Minds drama?
Yeah.
Or suspenseful?
No, it's not action comedy.
No, I know it's not action comedy. But my all-around favorite show might be Criminal Minds.
I would watch Sopranos.
Oh.
The only problem with Sopranos is every time I watch it, I get hungry.
Yeah, I do. When they hit the spaghetti meatballs on that table and a little garlic bread.
The gabagool.
He's like, I'll have the gabagool. Yeah. I just watched that meme the other day. Did you send that meme?
Yeah.
Oh. Who's your favorite character in Sopranos? I will go with who's the guy?
My favorite character was AJ, and that's because I'm his age, and I grew up.
My favorite, Steven Van Zandt.
Yeah, he's great.
He's my favorite character in Sopranos.
I mean, they all have such great.
Oh, who's the guy who just passed away?
Tony Soprano.
Dude, that was a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
Oh my God. He was Tony Soprano's right-hand man with slick back hair.
Vito?
No, Vito. No.
It just sounded right.
Oh my god.
Oh, he had like the different hair on the side.
Yeah. He had the white hair on the side.
I'm blanking on his name.
JD.
He was also in Goodfellas.
I know he was. What's his name?
And he always points like this.
I got it.
He points like this, right?
Yeah.
This is how he points. Servino? No, that's Paul Servino, who also just passed away.
Do you want to know? No,
Yeah.
his name was Paulie in the show. Tony Sirico.
I was so close. Sirico.
Yeah, you were. You were right there. You had the vowels right. You actually had the vowels right.
And yeah, his name was Paulie. I can't believe I couldn't think. But I also loved Christopher a lot.
Christopher was cool. I didn't like when he was high.
Well, I mean, you didn't like when I was high either. No one's gonna like it when somebody's getting high.
I know, but
I liked Christopher.
Steven Van Zandt never was at that level.
I think if I'm going to pick anybody, it's Christopher.
Christopher's cool. He's got an awesome name.
And I grew up loving it. Grew up liking AJ, only because we were like the same age. So like when I was watching it, I was 13, and he was like 13 on the show.
What was the episode where he like fucked up his neighbor, Tony Soprano?
I don't remember. I would have to
he went into their like backyard.
Tony did?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I know that there's a scene where like there's an episode where it's like a doctor living next door, and
you know who? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you know who was a really cool second cast character, as you like to call it? His psychiatrist.
I would even call her main cast. Dr. Melfi?
Yeah, she wasn't main cast. She was
she was. The show starts off with him and her
Yeah, but her name's on the front things. Like you say.
Are you sure?
Her name's on the front. No.
I'll have to rewatch it and look for it. You know, she was the mom in the Basketball Diaries.
Oh my God, when Leo's around the corner saying, "Just come in, please," crying into the door, and she's screaming, trying to hold the door back.
That's based on a true story. Basketball Diaries is based on his life in the 50s.
Who's?
Carol. His name is like something Carol. And it's based on his life growing up in New York City in the 50s and being a drug addict. So that's actually a true story. And that's like Mark Wahlberg's first big movie. And guess who else is in it?
Who?
Christopher Moltisanti. He is their friend that's in the hospital that has like cancer.
Oh yeah.
A little connection with the therapist as the mom and Christopher in the bed.
Yeah.
Michael Imperioli, that's his name.
Yeah, I already knew his name.
I couldn't think. It was bothering me. I was trying to think of it.
He was in the Bad Boys movies as the captain.
No, that's not him.
Yes, it is.
No, that's Ralph Cicero. That's Ralphie. From Sopranos?
Oh, that's Ralphie, yeah.
He's the one that was like engaged to Tony's sister, and then Tony's sister killed him. And spoiler alert, Tony's sister killed him, and then he had to clean up the mess.
What movie am I thinking about?
With what?
Hold on.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying
Michael
Imperioli. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He was even, I think...
That's what I'm thinking of.
I think he was in Blue Bloods for an episode.
That's what I'm thinking of. Goodfellas. He's the guy that
Spider.
Joe Pesci shoots the feet.
Spider.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yes.
And he goes, "What? You think it's the first hole I dug?"
He's like, you know what? You're a real asshole. He's like, and Robert De Niro's like, oh my god, look, you just gonna let him call you an asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, and he was like egging him on too.
yeah. I can't believe you lost your touch. And he's like, good for you, Spider. And then he's just like, pow, pow, pow.
He just hit him 4 times in the chest. Oh my god. Yeah, he's great. Even though he's only in one scene, it's still he kind of stole the
He was
scene.
in 2 scenes.
Was
The
he?
first scene, he shoots his feet, and then next time he's limping
Oh,
to them.
yeah, that's right.
He was
And
in
that's
2
when
scenes.
that's right, and that's when he gets shot in the chest.
He's like, you're a real asshole.
And they're like, you've gotten soft.
Yeah, you
Once
got
he,
soft. And he's
once
like,
he,
what? You said I got soft.
and they're like, you're digging this hole. He goes, yeah, I'll dig the hole. I think it's the
You
first
think
hole I
it's your
dug.
first hole? Yeah.
Mafia movies. Yeah,
This-
I think Goodfellas is my #1 mafia movie.
Donnie Brasco is a great mafia movie.
It's in my
Even
top 3.
Even though, was it upsetting? Yes, it was. When Al Pacino realized that he was a cop.
He was a cop, yeah. He never really wanted to believe it.
Because Al Pacino wanted him as his son.
Yeah, because his son was a drug addict.
Yeah, he wanted him as his son, and he looked him at as his son. And when he found out that he was a cop, he was like, that was the most heartbreaking mafia movie ever.
And it must have been heartbreaking in real life. You know what I mean?
I can't believe that's a real life story.
Yeah, that was the first time the mafia was infiltrated.
And it's all because of Al Pacino's character.
Well, because he went deep. He was
He was in it.
He was in it. Remember when he's like sitting there and he was talking about he was sitting there with Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti was the guy that listened to all the recordings, the other FBI guy. He's like, so what's this? Forget about it. And he goes, well, you say about anything. I'll forget about it. So you can say it for anything. Like, oh, you got nice shoes on. Forget about it. You're going to kill somebody. Forget about it. Like, you could say forget about it to like anything. And it would be like, what?
I forgot Paul Giamatti was in that.
He's only in like that one scene.
How long has Paul Giamatti been around for?
30-some years.
Wow.
And he's been a character actor. He was it. Well, I know him as Pig Vomit in Howard Stern movie.
Yeah, but he was he was the producer. He was one of the producers.
Yeah, and he was trying to get Howard fired, or he was trying to get Howard to quit.
One of Dad and I's favorite shows. He's the politician, Billions.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's one of the politicians of it. It's a great show. Have you ever seen Billions?
No.
You would love it.
I've been busy watching things over and over again.
I gotta start How I Met Your Mother.
You haven't watched that yet?
Never watched it in a single episode.
That's one of my favorite sitcoms.
Jessica yelled at me when I said that.
It's probably top 5 sitcoms.
Top 5?
Yep.
I've watched, I can't say it. I've probably watched a dozen episodes of it.
It's in my top 5 without even thinking about it twice.
Like lead, gin, wait for it, dairy. I say that constantly, and I've never watched the show.
Well, it was like if my top 5, it would be like The Office, Parks and Rec, Friends, and How I Met Your Mother, and Seinfeld. It'd be my top 5.
Seinfeld's in my top
sitcoms.
5 because it's a classic. But it's probably number 5.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But yeah.
How I Met Your Mother is worth watching. I've watched it several times. Several
It probably
times.
goes The Office, Criminal Minds, 1,000 Pound Sisters.
I love that that's in your top 5.
No, it's not. Top 10, maybe.
Okay.
Why are you judging?
I'm not
Have you
judging.
watched 1,000-Pound Sisters?
It's not, but it's a reality show.
Jay, it's more than that. It's a lifestyle.
What lifestyle is that?
Have you ever watched 600-Pound Life? Have you?
No.
JD, it's so impressive.
How?
Some of the food that they eat, it's like I can eat some food. Like I can power through some food. But these guys, these people they're eating 3 or 4 pizzas, 2 dozen wings, and a large order of garlic bread, and asking for dessert. It's amazing.
I can't watch those shows.
Missing out.
It just does nothing for me to watch somebody be immobile.
Jesus, way to make it like.
What are they? Are they
Dad's
just?
FaceTiming me right now.
Are they jumping around? Are they? Don't answer it. Are they jumping around all the time? They doing jumping jacks? Are they being active? If not, you're just.
Are you?
Yeah, I do jumping jacks every day. How do they keep that my sleek look? I'm sorry, that was a long pause.
Sleek?
Yeah, depends on your definition of sleek, I guess.
The definition of sleek is one definition, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you have anything else?
Not tonight.
All right. Until next time.
All right, bro.
All right. See ya.
See ya.